So everybody likes to ask me on a regular basis, when is Oklahoma going to go after some of these big time defensive linemen in the portal? And I keep telling y'all, we're trying, we're going after everybody. But the good thing is that we just found out that there was a player in town from a Power 5 conference school that played in the SEC, did okay in Oklahoma now. So let's talk about DeJoun Terry on his visit. And we're going to talk about the JUCO corner who did a visit last week and little intel we got on that. Talk about that here in about 10 seconds. What's good, everybody? It's your boy Jay here with Unfair Sports, where we take a pensive approach to the sports conversation. Thanks for pulling up to the YouTube channel. In this video, we're going to talk about DeJoun Terry, defensive lineman from Tennessee, who is now in Oklahoma visiting, and we could potentially try to lock him down. So let's dive right into DeJoun Terry. But before we do that, y'all know the drill. Hop in the comments and let your boy know. You think Oklahoma got a chance at landing him? Right now, we got a few coaches on the job. And as much as I would love to land him, there's still questions there. So I want to know what you all think about that. If you're new to the channel, hit that like, subscribe, and the bell notification, and join the family. Of course, we're always constantly talking college football on here. A lot of OU football, some Colorado football. We're going to mix in some other schools as well to talk college football in general. So we love to have you part of the community as we push for 10,000 subs. But before we move on to that, let's talk about DeJoun Terry and him coming into the portal. We'll look at his measurables and discuss why I think Oklahoma has a chance at getting him to come here, similar to the way we did with Jacob Lacey, as well as Devon Sears, and getting players like Rondell Bothroyd, etc., to come to Oklahoma. I think we have a chance, and I'll explain why. But let's look at those measurables first. Now, DeJoun was a very interesting specimen when I did some digging on him. From the 2019 class, 6'4", 320 pounds is what he's listed as last time at Tennessee. And that's a big boy. That's really good. But what's fascinating about it is that he wasn't highly recruited, 3-star athlete in 2019. He went to Kansas for a couple years, and then he transferred to Tennessee and became a Vol. But that's kind of where he kind of broke out from there. In his couple seasons there at Tennessee, played in 25 games, totaled 35 tackles, 6 tackles for a loss, as well as 3 sacks. And so he was productive in the SEC against SEC linemen. He was able to get some numbers or whatnot. He's a redshirt senior, so he brings experience from, of course, the Big 12 as well as the SEC to add to our defensive line, in which now we have nothing but experience going in with Jacob Lacey, with Devon Sears. You've got the seniors in Isaiah Coe as well as Jordan Kelly, and then Marcus Hicks just moved over. So you've got a wide range from the 320 pounders down to the 270 pounders and all in between. And so a lot of versatility that's going to help long term in what we're trying to do on the defensive line here at Oklahoma. So, of course, we've got to look at some of the film we've got playing in the background of him playing in SEC. As you can see, he's pushing through those linemen and he's getting back there to the quarterback, which is, of course, the whole purpose of having him. You could tell him, hey, just go get him. And so I had concerns initially about Oklahoma going after him. We talked about it on the live stream, and I was reading reports and some notes and nuggets floating around the internet that there was a family situation, and that's possibly why he would probably want to go play closer to home, in which he's from Meridian, Mississippi. And so, of course, Tennessee's much closer to Mississippi, potentially, as well as him just probably going to go play at Ole Miss or Mississippi State or something of that nature. But I went to his Twitter page, and it looks like a family member is on the cover. So I'm wondering if that was the person that was either sick or had something going on, or I'm not sure. We're speculating here, but I know that he decided to come make a visit here to Oklahoma, and it tells me a lot that he would actually consider coming over here, that he may consider Oklahoma. Outside of that, when he was at Kansas, he was there with Coach Emmett Jones. And so Emmett Jones, of course, our new wide receiver coach, knows him, has seen him before. Maybe can help persuade him to come on to Oklahoma. I don't know. But I'll tell you this. This will be a huge grab for Oklahoma because we need more depth at the defensive line, and getting someone that's been productive in the SEC is never a negative whenever he's putting up some numbers. And so you can see with the film behind me, he can play. And so let's just hope that we have a really good chance of landing him, and that, Oklahoma's potentially the vibe for him. So cross your fingers and toes that we can land him coming to Oklahoma. And so nice to see the film, nice to see the movement, nice to see the body. Hop in the comments, let your boy know what your thoughts on DeJoun Terry. I like him. I mean, I like any big defensive lineman that's done something in the SEC. I'll repeat that over and over because I think that that's probably huge in comparison to anything else. Now let's wrap this up with an update from the cornerback, the JUCO cornerback from San Mateo, California college that had made a visit here on last Thursday, Demetrius Freeney. Now, I know during the talk, I found film on Demetrius Freeney when I was doing some searching while I was making and doing some edits. And so I threw it in there for y'all to see it, but you can see him play or whatnot. And I'll throw it on here again for you guys to check it out. And so Demetrius made his visit on Thursday. And as y'all know, he had 4 visits lined out. He had his Colorado visit the week before. You had Oklahoma. He's got Houston this week. And then on June 2nd, he has got Louisville. And so actually he's in Houston now, and he'll be in Louisville end of this week. And so by mid-June is the expectation for Demetrius to give us an answer on where he wants to play ball. And so when I saw some of the reports on him being here, it was stated that he enjoyed his visit at Oklahoma. He felt like he connected with the coaches, that there's a lot of places they can use him, and there's a lot of opportunity for playing. And I'm going to say, losing Jayden Davis, the veteran presence on the defense, in the secondary is a big deal. Even though we've got a lot of great young players, you still want to mix in some veteran presence, some players that have played at the collegiate level before, just so you have it. Freshmen make freshman mistakes, and it's a lot of stuff that they have to grow from and learn. And I'm not saying that none of our freshmen can play, because I do believe they can. But it's good to have a veteran presence out there just to help guide them through everything. And so I like the idea of grabbing another DB out of the portal. There's a lot of players in the portal right now. And honestly, I'm surprised there's so many defensive linemen still left, as well as corners. But it never hurts to bring in, like I said, a veteran who's played, especially at the JUCO level, and one whose stock is rising fast and teams are starting to really offer him up. I wouldn't mind having him to add to the room that we currently have, because I think that we have a really good secondary room, but it doesn't hurt to have a player like Demetrius Freeney here. And so that's him. We'll probably know something mid-June. Of course, I'm going to drop a video talking about if he decides or if he doesn't, where he ends up. I think the race is really between Oklahoma and Colorado. And so, covering Colorado content, we'll probably have a video dropping on him going there or whatnot. So hop in the comments. Let your boy know what's your thoughts on DeJoun Terry as well as Demetrius Freeney. Love to hear from you all and get your comments. If you're new to the channel, hit that like, subscribe, and bell notification and join us. We would love to have you as part of this community. And so YouTube says to watch one of these videos, and I highly recommend it. We'll chop it up soon. Peace.